Welcome to FlyTradr. In this demo, I'll show you how you can run a trading simulation, and we'll also understand how a simulation is different than a normal backtest job. So to navigate, simply go to platform and click on simulator. Now you'll be redirected to this page, and you'll see the UI is very similar to what we saw in the backtesting job. There are some differences that you see up here, which is related to market and execution output, and we'll understand what these UIs are. So let's start with the configuration. Go to the configure button and just click this. Now you'll notice a similar window will pop up, the one that we saw in a backtesting configuration. It is exactly the same. There are small changes in advanced setting. Other than that, the configuration is exactly the same. Okay. So now let's see. First step is to just pick the strategy you want to run the backtest on. So let me just pick the one on the top, which is super trend flip. So I picked this strategy. Now you'll see there are indicators that were loaded from the strategy itself and risk management inputs, right? You can always tweak these, configure these at the time of running a job as well. So I'm going with the default strategy level configurations. I'm not changing that. Now, next section is market selection. As the name suggests, in this section, we pick which market we want to run this simulation on, right? I'll leave it as cryptocurrency, and then we can pick which symbol in cryptocurrency we can pick on for this job, right? So you'll see there are a lot of the symbols. Almost all the major symbols are here. And then finally, we have the time frame. So what time frame do we want to simulate this session for, right? And we have options starting from 1 minute to 1 week. So I'll go with maybe 15 minutes. Now we have selected cryptocurrency BTC USDT on 15 minutes chart. Okay. So this covers the market selection. Next option is to select the test window. So how long back do we want to go and test on historical data? We can select it here. You can manually input your start and end date, or you can just select one of these shortcuts that we have in the bottom. So let me just pick maybe 3 months. I'm testing 15 minutes, so I'm happy with 3 months test. Okay, so it picked the date from 26th of March to 26th of June, which is today's date. Okay. Now, with this, our basic configuration is complete. You can simply start the simulation and it will start producing results. Okay. But if you want, you can also just check the advanced setting. These settings are automatically applied based on what you have selected above, but there are certain changes. If you still want to make changes, you can do that. For example, you can set commission and slippage etc. related settings here, right? You can, if your strategy has short signals as well defined, then you need to enable this, or you can just run it on long only. So I'll leave it as disabled. You can select these settings as well. For example, frequency calculation, entry execution calculation. So all of that is by default. We have selected the most recommended ones, the ones that are likely to give you the most accurate outputs. Okay. Finally, we also there are other settings. Obviously, you can go through these settings and select these. Now, what is different here from a backtesting configuration are these sections, the ones that you see below. So it starts with execution realism, right? How realistic do you want to keep the execution? Do you want to apply maybe slippage into this, right? Because in real market conditions, slippage is always a possibility. Do you want to maybe kind of mimic the liquidity issues? Do you want to maybe kind of ingest network latencies and things like that, or there is certain impact that results in a price movement, right? I'm sure we have all noticed sometimes price can jump up or maybe drop a lot, right, in just maybe few seconds if there is an event. So things like that can be injected, right? And then we also have scenario injection. Scenario injection means more kind of scenarios that are possible when we trade in real life. For example, there is a volatility spike, right? All of a sudden, a lot of trades are taken. A lot of people are kind of either buying or selling, right? Or there is a crash in the market, or there is a liquidity drought, which means not a lot of buyers or sellers are there. So it gets very difficult to maybe execute trades, or there is a news event, something like the wars that are going on and things like that. So they can cause a lot of issue in the market, and that can change a lot of things. So you can select either of these, and you can basically select when was it triggered, what time was it, right? How much was the jump, things like that. So you can actually select those, and those will impact the overall returns that you're going to see. So this is not possible in a backtesting job. That's what separates, that's one of the things that makes simulation much more realistic than an actual backtest, right? And finally, there is a replay speed. Now, this is what is the main differentiator between a simulation uh, and a backtesting job. Both have kind of the baseline as same. They both check the historical data. We ingest some historical data, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 5 years, 10 years, whatever the duration is. Both get to see the same data, but a back testing job will look at the entire data at once and will find entry and exit points of that on that data, and will show you the results, right? That is the fastest and easiest way to validate if the strategy actually works and executes. Now, a simulation does something very interesting. It kind of acts as a time travel kind of thing, right? So what it does is it goes back uh, into the time and will start when you have selected your start date. For example, in our case, it was 26th of March. It will go back 3 months and will start from there, and will start processing data tick by tick, bar by bar, and will treat it as if it was running in the live market. It will not process the entire data at once. That's why this is slower than a back test, but yes, you can adjust the speed. If you want the test to be 5x the natural speed, it will do that. If you want it to be kind of more fast, right? Maybe 100x, 200x, 500x, you can do that. Or if you want it balanced, the one we recommend for accuracy and speed, we have auto or balance. You can select these. Now, in this case, it's auto selected by default. Now, for the range we are testing, we have 8,832 candles for those 90 days. And the speed is going to run is 200 ticks per second. If we change it to fast, it will increase to 400 ticks per second. Obviously, the candles are same, and it will take us 22 seconds roughly. But on auto, it is half the speed and double the time, right? And that's what the settings are. With this, everything is in place. You can just simply click Start Simulation. Now the simulation has started. You can see in the progress bar, it is kind of progressing. The percentage here is increasing, and it's giving you ETA as well, how much time it's going to take. Now, interestingly, what you can see is the positions are the strategy is taking positions, and you'll see an increase in the orders as well, right? And you'll see the telemetry history as well at the bottom, right? So it will quickly just process those signals, and you'll see the order numbers are increasing very fast, right? Which means it's taking trades. So each trade has two orders, one for entry and one for exit, right? And in some time, it will complete the back test. So it gave us 44 seconds of total time, and it took slightly more than that, maybe 50, 55 seconds, which is fine. It has a buffer of plus minus 15 seconds, I would say. Okay. Now, this section tells us the telemetry history, like what time was, what was the bid, what was the ask, was the order kind of filled or did it fail, and things like that. And here you'll see session specific details, which symbol was, what was the strategy ID, like we ran a particular strategy and that had this ID symbol, kind of interval, things like that are here, start date, end date, and all of that. On the right, we have health. So was it fine? Was there any issue? Were there any kind of data related problems? So it will give us that information. Now, after that, everything is exactly how it is in all other tests, including back test. It gives us performance. It tells us how many trades were there, right? We saw 110 orders were there. So trades will be half of that because each trade has two orders. And what was the win rate? How did the strategy performed? And everything like that is available here. And you can just review it exactly how we did it in a back testing job. So that's how a trading simulation is run, and how we can basically read it. What exactly does it mean? Okay, and how exactly this is different from a normal back testing job. So I always treat this as a more accurate kind of proof of concept rather than just a back testing job. Back testing job is just a quick validation in my eyes, but yes, this gives us more control. You can configure more. You can configure more inputs and try to get as close as possible to the real output. So that's it in this demo. I'll cover more details about how we can configure, how we can use each of those advanced settings, and how that will actually change the output in more detailed videos. And you'll find those on my YouTube channel. Thanks.